demonstration. Give me 2 seconds to set up. While I set up everything, make sure y'all go and get y'all baby oil. Yes, get your baby oil, because this demonstration is about the baby oil man. I got my baby oil. Now I don't got 1,000 bottles of it, but I got 1 bottle of baby oil. Make sure y'all get y'all baby oil. Give me a few minutes and we're going to get into this demonstration. Before I get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is the opinion of mine and others. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is only allegedly. Let me salute the chat, y'all. Salute Lush Gang, salute Pretty Problem Niche, salute Jamie, salute Pert, salute Just Me, salute TT. I see y'all down there. So, make sure y'all get y'all baby oil, by the way. Now, why are black people, and not all, but why are some black people giving baby oil man a pass? Were you at the Diddy parties? Because I can't see nobody. I can't see why would anybody want to give him a pass. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. I've heard it all from they trying to tear a black man down. It's a government conspiracy. It's a distraction because of the Trump stuff that's going on. Salute beautiful, salute beautiful. I heard it all. They just want to see him fall because he's rich and he contributed to hip hop. I heard a lot, and at the end of the day, some of y'all may feel as though the females that was involved in this with Diddy, some of y'all may feel, well, they got what they asked for. They got what they deserve. Some of y'all might say, the dudes, why would the dudes be entertained with P. Diddy? Salute Yummy Yum, salute Yummy Yums, the baby oil man. Now, we could chop it up. We could go deep into it. But at the end of the day, there are victims. Baby oil man is not a victim by no means. He's not the victim in this. But Shank, they got him locked up, and he's they's treating him this way, and Shank, salute my boo. The food ain't good. Do y'all realize what jail is? Do y'all realize what prison is? I mean, let's just be honest. If you do the crime, then you have to be prepared to do the time. That's the whole purpose of jail. That's the whole purpose of prison. And for some of us, it's scared, some of us. For some of us, it's just not a place for us to be. Some of us get institutionalized, and some of us, that's all we know is prison. However, prison was built for rehabilitation. All right? Salute Sharon, salute Sharon. Prison was built for inmates to be rehabilitated, right? Now, you got levels of prison. you got juvie jail. They call it juvie jail. Some places call it baby bookings. Some places call it YA. It's different names when it comes to the juveniles. But even as a juvenile, if you break the law, you can get sentenced to juvenile jail, whatever we want to call it, to let you know what it was that you done was wrong, right? Let me take y'all comments and then I'm going to get back to Baby Oil Man. Salute, Sharon. Just TT says, man, it's a whole embarrassment out here. Beautiful says, yummy, I can't make it up. He showed it twice. He got some explaining to do. TT says, now that fool know them babies need all they baby oil. Straight tripping, man. Mine is almost empty because now, like I said, I had this. Yo, empty bottle, don't show it no more. Look, I don't even use baby oil no more. But I only had one bottle. And I think I got this sometime last year. But 1,000 baby oil bottles. Come on now. Enough of the baby oil. See, y'all, I got to stay away from my chat. I got to stay. Look, y'all keep the chat lit. But I got to stay away from the chat. I got to stay away from my troublemakers. All right? So, let me get back. Doctor, salute Dr. Noka. See, y'all, that's why I don't pay attention to the chat. And y'all be wondering why I don't pay attention to the chat. Because every time I pay attention to the chat, y'all throw me off. Stop it. Now, back to Mr. Baby Oil. And it's a lot that we're going to cover in this. Let me go to Nancy Grace, y'all, to get my thoughts back together, y'all. Because y'all down there got me bugging. Let's go to Nancy Grace for a hot second, and I will come back. Let's go to Nancy Grace. I don't know why he thought he was going to get away with showing me that empty bottle. You brought it on yourself. TT throwing up the emoji. Salute Jay. Jay says, you got that little in the container because you heard about the Rico. Y'all something else. I ain't paying attention to y'all. Let's go to Nancy Grace, y'all, so I can get my thoughts back together.
Diddy boo-hoo.
Yeah, y'all hear what Nancy Grace said. Diddy boo-hoo. You can't make this ish up. Listen, y'all.
Puffy comes behind bars.
Hold up. Listen.
Breaking news tonight. Diddy boo-hoo. Sean Puffy comes behind bars. What is his life like? This as Diddy whines, trying to get transferred to another, more cushy jail. This as charges seemingly mount. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
All right, y'all. Let's get back. Now, there's been a lot of breaking news, a lot of shocking news in this case. Y'all know that the book, they got hold to Kim Porter's book. And one thing that stuck out to me, there's a whole list of things. But the one thing that stuck out to me in Kim Porter's book was the alleged hit that Baby Oil Man put out on Tupac and Big. I said it for a long time. When it first went down, I said it. I said that Baby Oil Man got something to do with both Tupac and Biggie being unalive. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because, of course, we know Suge was just the scapegoat. He was just the scapegoat. Then, years later, Keefe D came out. Y'all remember? Keefe D is the uncle of the alleged person that took Tupac's life. And Keefe D said, and this was years ago, that the Baby Oil man put out $1 million hit on Tupac, right? From the Southside Crips. Then, when Biggie lost his life in LA, the math wasn't adding up. The pieces to the puzzle just wasn't fitting correctly. Okay, you know that Tupac was just gunned down 6 months ago. Now, you're going to bring Biggie out to California, out to LA. Word already got back to y'all about it being a hit on Bad Boys, right? Now, let's just fast forward just a little bit. Biggie get hit up in this truck. Baby Oil man is not in the truck with him. Baby Oil man is in another vehicle. That don't seem strange. That don't sound strange. Gene Deal said that Mace was getting phone calls and, different gang members, some gang members out there was letting them know, man, it's a hit on y'all. My man Audio Mecca called from the feds, right? And he knew. So the word was already out. The people that was in the circle, they already knew what was going to go down. Baby Oil man, he knew what was going to go down also. Listen to Gene Deal. Many people feel like that's why Gene Deal came out and started dropping and exposing Baby Oil man, right? Because he feel like when he had an opportunity to pack up and tell Big and the rest of the Bad Boy entourage, look, we getting up out of here. He didn't. And so he feel as though he could have prevented Big from losing his life. So that's why Gene Deal started exposing P. Diddy. But I want to talk about P. Diddy being locked up. And let's be honest. Drop a one. I see you, Rose. Salute, Rose. Drop a one if you think Baby Oil man is being falsely accused and he should not be locked up. Drop a 2 if you think Baby Oil man is guilty and Baby Oil man needs to face the music. Drop the 1s if you think he shouldn't be locked up. Drop the 2s if you think he should be locked up. See, for me, if it was just a one incident situation, salute Marie, I see you, Marie. It would be different. You know what I mean? If it was a situation with him and his woman, But when you look at that attack video, see, I'm only basing everything off of what we have in front of us. And we're looking at the video. We're looking at the video of Baby Oil man attacking Cassie. All right, let's just zoom in on that. All the other accusations, we can get to that later on. I see you, James. Salute, James. So we see the video for my Shanquilla Robinson people. What you know what I mean? For my Shanquilla Robinson people, it's the same thing. We see a video of Shanquilla being attacked. Now, the feds and any and everybody else can say what they want to say about the Shanquella Robinson video. The feds have said that they're not going to bring charges or they're not going to prosecute any of the Cabo Six because Shanquella agreed. They all said Shanquella agreed to the fight. But if you see that video, the Shanquella Robinson video, you see that that wasn't a fight. You see that that was an attack by one person, the main aggressor, on Shanquella Robinson. And then you hear a male's voice say to Shanquella, at least fight back. Shanquella said no. So that eliminates any Shanquella agreed to fight. No, Shanquella said no. Now let's look at the Baby Oil Man video. You see, Cassie, she ain't putting up no fight. I mean, she's not even kicking. She's not even doing anything but just basically just, she's definitely a victim. And she just at the mercy of Baby Oil Man, right? Now, the attorney, Diddy's attorney said what? Right? It had something to do with a phone. Somebody went through a phone. Somebody threw a punch. Somebody hit somebody. All these different shenanigans, right? But at the end of the day, and if I'm wrong, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, a man should not put his hands on a female. We don't know what happened before the video. That's hearsay, she say. We don't know what happened before that video. All we know is what we saw on that video. And in that video, we saw him running down the hallway with a towel on. Wasn't concerned whether or not the towel fell off. Wasn't concerned about nothing. And he attacked her. So that's what we basing everything off of. Now, if you still, after watching that video, because you got to remember, that's the evidence that the feds got on Baby Oil Man. Okay? They go back to the indictment. And I went over the indictment over here on the platform. Victim 1. In the indictment, it lists a victim 1. That victim is Cassie. So that's right now. Now, they can bring new charges. But right now, Baby Oil Man is locked up for that assault, even though they got him for the racketeering, kidnapping. The kidnapping is on Cassidy. And sex trafficking. The sex trafficking is, forcing the men and forcing the women, getting Cassie to bring in males while they have sex with her, and just a whole bunch of orgies going on. But the crucial piece of evidence that got Baby Oil Man locked up now is the video. Let's go back to Nancy Grace.
After his shocking arrest in the luxury Manhattan hotel.
What are we learning about Diddy, Sean Combs' life behind bars? Listen.
While initial reports said Sean Combs is housed in the special housing unit at the Metropolitan Detention Center, we now know the music mogul is on suicide watch. Guards check on Combs on the hour every hour to ensure the rapper has made no attempts to harm himself. The extra monitoring is reportedly a standard practice at the jail for new, high-profile inmates and not the result of Combs' psychological exam at intake. Defense attorney Mark Agnifilo claims his client is strong, healthy, confident, and focused on his defense after spending...
All right, stop right there. I see you out in the streets. Salute, I am the streets. I see you. Mercy me. I see y'all down there. Salute, salute. Stop right there. Now, according to the attorney, Baby Oil Man is in good spirits. He's in good health. He's healthy, right? Let's listen.
6 hours with Combs at
Salute, Melanated Queen. I see you, Melanated Queen. My bad, y'all. Salute, salute.
MDC after bail is denied.
So let me understand what's happening. Is it true that Sean Combs, aka Diddy, has been placed at a suicide watch ward when he is not really suicidal?
Stop right there. How can he be placed? Salute, Cotan. Salute, Cotan. How can he be placed in mental ward or psychic ward? We know as hospital ward. We know as PC. How can he be placed in there if he's in good condition? According to the attorney now. According to the attorney. Now, we going to go deeper. Nancy Grace going to reveal and let us know exactly what Baby Oil Man got going on. He got a spending limit of $160 a day. Also, he's able to eat, and this is Baby Oil Man. Also, Baby Oil Man is able to eat steak and potatoes. Like, what the hell jail is Baby Oil Man at? But I'm asking, and I'm trying to shed the light on exactly what's going on with Baby Oil Man, because my landing is, why are black people giving Baby Oil Man a pass? Were you at the parties? We heard Ray J. I mean, well, we don't want to, kick a black man that's down. And Ray J even, and this really, shocked me. Ray J wants Suge Knight. Listen now, y'all. Ray J wants Suge Knight to speak on P. Diddy in hopes of trying to help P. Diddy in his legal issue, and just to help P. Diddy navigate the system. Hold up. Whether you love or hate Suge Knight, nobody came to Suge Knight's defense. No celebrities. Everybody, except myself, everybody was down in Suge Knight. That big dummy. Suge Knight was sitting on top of the world. Suge Knight had all this. Suge Knight had all this going on. Suge Knight messed up. He's a big dummy. Pretty much everybody kicked Suge Knight to the curb. Suge Knight did his time. So why are we giving Baby Oil Man a pass? Somebody make it make sense. If somebody can make it make sense, I promise I won't show this baby oil bottle no more. Why are we giving Baby Oil Man a pass? Somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Anybody in the chat? Is it anybody in the chat or on the replay game that's giving Baby Oil Man a pass? Who and explain to me, why do you feel as though Baby Oil Man should get a pass? Salute, Mel. I see you, Mel. But Nancy Grace pretty much, and I'm going to get back to Nancy Grace, because Nancy Grace, she really hit the nail in the coffin. Okay, TT said he don't get no pass. Is it anybody out there that want to give Baby Oil Man a pass? J. Leo says, because people find it hard to believe a music mogul is spanking his artist on the butt with baby oil. They found 1,000 bottles of this. And guess what? They wasn't empty either. Those 1,000 bottles of baby oil was filled up. Beautiful says, nah, Shank, because I'm not giving you a pass for that empty bottle. I'm on your ass. I already knew you was going to be on my ass. You know I knew you was going to be on my ass, Beautiful. I know the whole chat down there on my ass. TT, I see y'all. AD says, all up and Mickey Mouse. Let me go back to Nancy Grace.
Joining me in All-Star Panel to make sense of what we're hearing right now, and joining me on the scene, CrimeOnline.com investigative reporter Angelica Martinez. Angelica, thank you for being with us. What do we know about the so-called suicide ward?
Yes, Nancy. So, according to some reports, Sean Puffy Combs, aka P. Diddy, aka Brother Love, has allegedly been placed on suicide watch, and he is being held behind me in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. The suicide watch, as we heard, is usually a standard practice for new inmates as they are being taken into the detention facility. But his lawyers say that.
Interrupt. Angelica Martinez, did you actually just say that all new inmates go to the medical ward? Did you say that? Because that's not true. I think it's just Diddy is on the medical ward.
So that is allegedly where Sean Puffy Combs is currently being held, as far as we know. But again, I want to highlight that his attorney said that P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, is strong and healthy and focusing on preparing his defense. So reports are a little mixed on that, but yes, he's currently being held in the MDC, which is right behind me, as we know. And we have a former warden, Cameron Lindsay, who is actually on record as saying that Diddy poses as a very attractive target for other inmates in the MDC, saying, quote, to deliver a hit on him would be considered a badge of honor, end quote. So Diddy is in quite a hairy situation, whether he is on suicide watch or just surrounded by other inmates. Doesn't seem like it'll be going too well for him inside the MDC anytime soon.
Joining me at the MDC Metropolitan Detention Center, Angelica Martinez. Angelica, please stay right there.
How many of y'all had a chance? How many of y'all have had a chance to read Kim's lost words? Or how many of y'all have had a chance to hear some of the things that's in Kim's book? Like I said, the one thing that stuck out to me was the fact that she mentioned that Baby Oil Man allegedly put a hit out on Pac and Biggie. How many of y'all had a chance to read the book?
Interesting that Sean Combs' lawyer is worried about him being a target of a hit. I just finished.
Listen to Nancy Grace, y'all. Listen to Nancy.
Diddy's former fiance, now deceased, Kim Porter's book, Kim's Lost Words. Now, this has been published recently, posthumously, after she died, and it details a lot about Sean Puffy Combs' sex proclivities. Don't care. What I care about is forcing sex on other people, and even more important, ordering not just the hit on Tupac Shakur, allegedly, but also the hit on Tupac Shakur in an elevator where he was shot, before he was shot and killed. He survived that hit, and according to Kim Porter, if this is to be believed, the attack on Big.
Did y'all hear that? It's in the book. It's in the book. Salute everybody down there. I see y'all, Aunt Esther. It's in the book. It's in her book. It's in Kim's book. But as I stated before, if you just go back, and let's start with Tupac. Even for the younger generation, y'all can start with Tupac as well. I'll give y'all the songs to listen to. Listen to Tupac's Against All Odds. It's on the Machiavelli 7-Day Illuminati. Listen to Against All Odds. And he talking to P. Diddy. He say, and you could tell them people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. Because and I don't want to go too far in it because I still want to get back to Nancy Grace. But start with Tupac. Any and everything that's pertaining to Baby Oil Man, start with Tupac. Start with the song Against All Odds. After you listen to Against All Odds, get the Vibe magazine that Tupac done his interview in. I believe that Vibe magazine was 95 or it may have been 96. Get both. Salute, Leslie. Do I believe the book is true? Yes. I believe the book is true. And that's why, allegedly, Baby Oil Man had to silence Kim. That's why Kim is no longer with us, allegedly. Because Baby Oil Man knew what was in that book. Salute 80s, baby. You remember the Vibe magazine? Right, this is before the internet. Get that Vibe magazine interview with Tupac, the one he got the glasses on. He got some glasses on the cover. And listen to Against All Odds. He lay it out. He tell P. Diddy, Baby Oil Man, you could tell them people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. What else did Tupac say? He said he was at a party. Y'all remember he said when he was at the party? Who he said to him, hey, Tupac, you want to screw me in the... All right, let's listen.
Notorious B.I.G. Biggie. Is this real? But now the tables have certainly turned. Now his lawyer is worried about him being the object of a hit behind bars. Straight out to renowned psychoanalyst Dr. Bethany Marshall joining us, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her on Peacock. Dr. Bethany, thank you for joining us. The tables have turned, and I am not in any way condoning more violence. But this is quite the comeuppance to be concerned about a hit by an unknown inmate behind bars when, according to his fiancée, he was the one ordering hits.
That's right, Nancy. Puff Diddy, aka Love, has been in full power and control in every area of his life, including being able to cheat on girlfriends, being able to force sex partners to have hours of sex with unwanted partners while on ecstasy and on other drugs. He is always pulling the levers of power behind the scenes. So the question is, behind bars, would he really be suicidal? I mean, on the one hand, he's impulsive and aggressive, which can be a precursor to suicidality. On the other, Nancy, he loves himself so much, and he is quite grandiose. He thinks he's controlling everything from behind bars. I doubt he really thinks he's going to be there forever.
I'm very concerned specifically about the allegations in Kim Porter's book. Now, this was released posthumously after she passed, okay? His longtime love, his fiancée, we've been told. And I question, on page 26 in my handwritten notes, does Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, hate women?
That's what I want to talk to y'all about. That's what I want to talk to y'all about. And then we're going to get back to Nancy Grace. Do y'all believe that Baby Oil Man dislikes women? What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all feel Baby Oil Man just don't like women? Beautiful says TT Tisa Tells was talking about it. She pretty legit most days. Truly Infamous says Production Lab. Absolutely. James says Shank. The interview was in June 1996. Appreciate that, James. Make sure y'all get that Vibe magazine interview. It took place June of 1996. It's Tupac. He got them glasses on. That's the magazine. It was June of 1996. Appreciate that. AD says he's bi. TT says Kamora Lee, ex-wife, was Kim's best friend, and she been asking for an investigation into her death since it happened. Melanated Queen says it's totally believable. Lefty says he's definitely bi. Esther says, yeah, he was tricking and paying women and probably paying guys too. I wouldn't be surprised. Beautiful says, absolutely. Men who treat women like that and their daughters had mommy issues themselves. They hate women. TT says, facts, beautiful. Raphael says, high profile baby oil man are put in high security monitor units in jail. J. Leo says, I mean, he makes yes man of the man around him and controls the woman around him. So let's go back.
Because according to her, he by far preferred sex with males.
So according to Kim, in Kim's book, baby oil man prefers sex with men. Let's backtrack it. According to Kim in her book, baby oil man prefers sex with men.
And I question on page 26 in my handwritten notes, does Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, hate women? Because according to her, he by far preferred sex with males. Do I care? No, I don't care who he sleeps with. I do care if it turns into rape or if it turns into a sex attack. That I care about. But I'm curious, Dr. Bethany, I'm curious if this is true. Would that be a reason, a psychological reason, to drug women and video them and all of these compromising situations, being raped while they're on drugs, having them beaten so badly they have to go hide out to rehabilitate and get rid of their bruises? Is that an and of course, I'm just a former prosecutor. The why is not anything I would have to prove to a jury. However, practically speaking, a jury would want to know that. Is that a psychological reason to torment women and degrade them and debase them because you really don't want to be with them?
You know, Nancy, it's one of many reasons to torment and torture women. You know, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, there are 5 perversions, and P. Diddy has every single one. Frauderism, which is rubbing up against an unsuspecting person, exhibitionism, voyeurism, and sadism. Sadism is when you obtain sexual pleasure from inflicting cruelty on other people. In fact, with a true perversion, the perverse person cannot relate to others as full individuals with thoughts, feelings, and emotions of their own. They just become objects to triumph over, and they become sexual objects at that.
I want to be very clear, Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, is not charged with pedophilia. He has not been convicted of anything yet. And under our jurisprudence, he remains innocent until proven guilty. And that is a fact. But I got to tell you, straight out to high-profile criminal defense attorney Tim Jansen, former federal prosecutor and now legal analyst, Tallahassee Democrat. Tim, here's the thing about this book by Kim Porter. 1, is it by Kim Porter? Because it has an as told to here. So is it really from her diaries? Okay? Number 1, that would have to be verified and authenticated. But if it is true, Tim Jansen, it's still hearsay. And it would be very hard to get this into a court of law unless, you can beat the hearsay rule with over 20 exceptions, such as deathbed declarations. And according to a deathbed declaration, she asked for this to be published after her death. And she notes that it will hurt her children when they read it. But, it's so full of very serious allegations, not just the forced sex allegations that we already know of. It talks about celebrities in and out of Diddy's home, all of them sleeping with him and or others. Is that true? Don't know. But what concerns me the most, Tim Jansen, is the very clear and very rich in detail circumstances and conversations that she hears about ordering the hit on Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., and Tupac Shakur. What about it?
All right, so it is hearsay. I'm not sure it's relevant. I'm not sure under 404B that would be admissible in any way. I'm not sure that would satisfy a dying declaration. As you know, dying declaration, impending death has to be occurring or about to occur, which gives an indicia of reliability. Now, if they can find witnesses who can verify any of these facts that they eyewitnessed, and they probably are going out there now trying to find these witnesses, they could possibly call in if it's part of the charge in the allegation.
Hey, Tim Jansen, I, like you, have already been thinking about those issues. This is a bombshell right here. If it's true, if she really said this, if I can prove this and authenticate it came from her writings, and these are her words. But think about it, Jansen, because what she says she overheard were conversations with another person. So there is another witness. And again, the federal indictment does not touch on the Tupac Shakur killing or the Notorious B.I.G. killing. So that would have to be another case. What I'm saying is charges could be mounting right now, because once the feds get a hold of you, isn't this true, Tim? You were a federal prosecutor, now defense attorney. Once the feds get their hooks in you, you're not going anywhere. They dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And I would not be surprised if more charges were added as part of, in furtherance of, the criminal enterprise they've already charged.
Oh, I think you...
If Diddy is smart, if he's smart, he'll just go ahead, cop out to some minimum sentences, 15 years, 20 years, because if he rolls over, because Baby Oil Man is a big fish. The feds don't want no small fishes. They don't want no small fishes. So the feds want some big fish. The feds want some sharks, some whales. Now, Baby Oil Man got to take it in consideration. He got to take it like this. If I give up this person, if I give up that person, my life's in danger. Hell, Baby Oil's life is in danger whether he snitch on somebody or not. For the simple fact, those were some big fishes and sharks at those Baby Oil Man parties. Now I'm going to ask all of y'all, where y'all at any of Baby Oil Man's party? And you could be honest. You could be honest. Was any of y'all at Baby Oil Man's party? So with the feds, salute Suntan, with the feds, he can't give up no small fish. He can't. So he got to think, damn, I'm screwed no matter how I go about this. But one way or another, he's going to do some prison time. He's going to do some prison time unless he gives up a shark. TT says Kimura and another person were given the hard drives and they leaked the info to the person who wrote the book. Melanated Queen says, beautiful, I thought it was stolen out of her house. So my thing is, and I want to get back to the actual demonstration. My thing is, why are some black people giving Baby Oil Man a pass? Let me just break this down to y'all. This right here, it don't have nothing to do with black or white. I know. There are white men that was in the same predicament that Baby Oil Man is in. And these white men, they didn't do no prison time. They didn't get arrested. I get all of that. But the point is, a black man a black man mistreated women and men and children. This black man used his position, used his money and his power to belittle men, women, and children. This black man preyed, not P-R-A-Y, P-R-E-Y. This black man preyed on the innocent and the vulnerable. We're not talking about a 19 or 21-year-old young black man. We're talking about a full-grown man that used his power. He abused his power. He thought that he was untouchable. It is what it is. He thought he was untouchable. He thought he was sitting on top of the world. He even reached out. He reached out to a lot of these witnesses, and they got text messages, over 50 text messages that he sent Cassie. The young lady that was shot in the nose in the New York City club when Sean went to prison for Baby Oil Man. What about that lady? What about that lady that didn't receive any justice for her being shot in the nose? She said, I saw who shot me. She said, Baby Oil Man shot me. He didn't go to prison for that. Look at all the artists that was on Bad Boys. Craig Mack. Craig Mack built. He built Bad Boys. Then Biggie and Mason them came along and took it to another level. I'm going to have to get back. Tupac has interview and articles with Vibe magazines from 94 to 96. Okay. As it says, Melanie said TT. Okay. So look at how Craig Mack ended up. Was that shooting accidental or intentional? According to the young lady, he was shooting at somebody. And see, here's the thing, y'all. And y'all know that I do my best to advocate for us all. I advocate for us all. But at the same time, I have to call a spade a spade. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. It's no making no excuses for them. Right now, I'm in a situation where a person is dead wrong. But the people around this person keeps making excuses for this person. And this person knows and sees that he's able to get away with the things that he's doing because the people around him that should be checking him, the people around him that should be like, hold up. They keep making excuses for him. So as long as we continue to make excuses for black men, black women, sit on the side. This ain't about y'all. We keep making excuses for black men because best believe if I was in Baby Oil's shoes and that was me, my black ass, along with this one empty bottle of baby oil, my black ass would be in jail. You wouldn't see nobody advocating for me. You wouldn't see nobody asking no questions. None of that. So what's the difference? What is the difference between a broke black man and a rich black man? Somebody tell me. Because if Baby Oil Man was broke, nobody wouldn't give a damn about Baby Oil Man. Nobody wouldn't be coming to Baby Oil Man's defense. Baby Oil Man broke the law. Baby Oil Man used his money, his power, and his position. It's just a cut, dry case. So why should he get special privileges? Oh, because he rich. That's how he was able to move like the monster that he is. Because he had all these phony people around him. He had all these fake people around him because he had money and he had clout. But that's wrong. That's wrong. And we got to stop making these excuses. Everything is not a black thing. It's not. However, there are things that are black things. But every issue is not a black thing. And this right here, we can't use the race card. We can't. He's guilty. Y'all do know that, right? Let's go back to Nancy Grace. Well, let me backtrack. Because in America, it's innocent until proven guilty.
You're exactly right. The criminal enterprise has many tenants, and once he's in custody and he's away, and he doesn't have the power over people are a lot more willing to talk. And a person who was protected, who now is looking at 15, 20, 30 years in prison, they might be willing to talk, knowing that he's in custody and probably can't reach him, and they could hide that witness and don't have to disclose his testimony for quite a while. So you could see an a superseding indictment, which could add other charges.
Another question, and this goes straight out to Shannon Henry, although I'm going to need a shrink on this one too. Shannon, president founder SAS, which is Surviving Assault Standing Strong, a nonprofit to help eradicate sex trafficking and abuse on women. Shannon Henry, I kept reading this, every page. I'm like, why did she stay with him? Why did Kim Porter stay with Combs?
Now, I think that's a legitimate question. If she knew he was this monster, if she knew his get down, why did she stay with him? Now, that's something that I do have to hold women, and since I'm coming for black men, I gotta come for black women. I have to hold black women accountable for that. Why do black women stay with black men that are monsters? Why don't black women just get away? She was scared. I can take that. Any other answers? He is definitely guilty. Any other answers? Why did she stay with him? She knew all of this. She knew all of this.
Hearing, allegedly, according to her, planning a hit on Tupac Shakur, and then it did happen. He was shot in an elevator years before he was finally killed. He survived that, and he suspected that Sean Combs was behind that hit, okay? And according to Porter, he was. Then she overhears, sitting at the table. It's not like she's listening at the door. She's sitting there hearing the discussion of no more protection for Biggie. If Biggie's not loyal to Combs 150%, then Combs can't protect him anymore. And what?
Are y'all listening? Now I'm going to backtrack. Are y'all listening? Now she's talking about the Biggie, and it's in the book. Now, I've said this on several demonstrations, and people would say, but why would he want Biggie gone? And I said, because he would make more money, which he did. He would make more money off of Biggie. It is deep. It is deep, Aunt Esther. But he would make more money off of Biggie if Biggie was not alive than he would if Biggie was alive, because Biggie was going to be leaving Bad Boys. But let's backtrack it, y'all. Let's backtrack.
She overhears, sitting at the table. It's not like she's listening at the door. She's sitting there hearing the discussion of no more protection for Biggie. If Biggie's not loyal to Combs 150%, then Combs can't protect him anymore. And what if he gets killed? And he goes so far to say in this book, Shannon, that Biggie is worth more to Combs dead than alive. Why? Because it would ignite news and rumors about East Coast, West Coast feud, and it would help his business.
Did y'all hear it? And Gene Deal said, when Biggie made the Who Shot You song, Gene Deal said, P. Diddy knew that if they put that record out, they knew Tupac was going to think that Biggie and them had something to do with the 94 Quad Studio robbery. And that's why P. Diddy put that record out, Who Shot You? Because he knew. We got to remember now, Puff is a genius. He went to school. He was up under Andre Harrell over there at Uptown Records. So he's not slow at all on the business tip. What would make you put that song out, Who Shot You? Knowing that Tupac got robbed and got shot. You know how Tupac is. And anybody would have started putting two and two together. Damn, I just got robbed and I just got shot. Now I'm locked up and Biggie come out with a song? Who shot you? Y'all do the math.
Believe it or not. Again, this has to be authenticated. So my question to you is, Shannon Henry, if she's hearing him plotting these crimes, these killings, these shootings, why would she stay with him? Why do women stay with violent men and risk their own lives?
It's really simple, Nancy. It boils down to fear.
Exactly, Perk. And we cannot forget Baby Oil Man's mother. We cannot forget Baby Oil's mother.
Nobody comes up and punches you in the face and says, would you like to go on a date? Right? We would never go. So what happens instead is they work their way into your life. They're kind. They put you on a pedestal and you feel like everything's good. They see me, they get me, until that pedestal turns into a spotlight and you realize you are in a spotlight only to be controlled, only to be manipulated, and only to be hurt so that they gain what they want and you stay because you're afraid to leave. And when we look at his history of arson, physical violence, gun violence, mental anguish that he inflicts on people, as well as sexual violence and allegedly murder, it's really clear why somebody would be afraid to walk out of the door.
For bail appeal hearing, Agnifilo submits an amended bail package. Combs agrees to have no communication with women outside of family members and the mothers of his children, to have no contact with known grand jury witnesses, referring to victim one, to use a private intelligence agency to monitor him 24/7. Sage Intelligence will ensure he has no cell phone or internet access, administer weekly drug tests, and turn over a daily visitor's log.
And y'all still feel as though Baby Oil Man shouldn't be locked up. See, it's not just one charge. I get it if it was just one incident. I get all of that. We all make mistakes. But follow the trail. And it just goes back and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. How is it that no artist, R&B or rap, no artist from Bad Boys besides Loon, I believe Loon or even G-Dep, but the majority of the artists, and not even them two, how is it that none of the artists left off of Bad Boys with any money? Perp says, all right, I'm going to take some comments real quick. WW says, it is so good to know God and have his wisdom and protection. Mel says, did he get out? No. Perp says he needs to be locked up. He's where he needs to be. J. Leo says, because the artists are at the bottom of the food chain, they're the ones getting spanked. Anybody got some more comments before I go back to Nancy Grace? I mean, it's like I said, are we giving rich black people a pass? Like I said, if Baby Oil Man was broke, come on, y'all. He broke the law. He did. And he took advantage. He took advantage of people. Some of y'all might say, but Shank, he was taught this. Yeah, he might have been taught this behavior, but his baby or ass didn't have to participate in it. Mel says, how many charges does he have? As of now, there's 3 charges in the indictment. James says either way, he's doing time, even if he snitched. J. Leo says Puffy is the spanker, the artists are the spankies. So they got him for racketeering, they got him for sex trafficking, and they got him for kidnapping. Those are the 3 charges that are listed in the indictment. I mean, Aunt Esther says all them years he been stealing from his artists, he probably was living off their royalties. Yeah, I mean, just and for me, like I said, for me, I can't give him a pass. I can't give him a pass, because even if he learned the behavior, and my sister, Deborah, if you watching, drop down in the chat. My sister said, because I asked her months ago, and she said, money only brings out the person that you were already. I'm going to say it again. Okay, TT, appreciate you. Aunt Esther says, especially the artists that passed away. My sister Deborah, I got to give her these flowers. She said, money, when a person get money, that only brings out who they really were, who they were all that time. Becky says, we get rich people per. Beautiful says, facts. Let's go back to some more. So the money, it just showed everybody who he really is. I mean, and that's true. You got a lot of people with money that's generous, that's cool. Envy Girl says, what do you think of Justin Bieber connection? WW says, if he starts switching, he might end up like Epstein. I'll come back to the Justin Bieber question, Envy.
Steak or beef cholent? The estimated billionaire will have to watch his $160. In addition to snacks and hygiene items, Diddy has the option to purchase full meals from the MDC commissary. His options include stuffed chicken with rice, eggplant parmesan, bone-in chicken, a rib steak, or beef cholent. The estimated billionaire will have to watch his $160 spending limit per trip.
What? Did I just hear a ribeye? Let me check that. A ribeye, beef stew, egg parm, chicken with rice. What? Whoa.
This is his menu, y'all, for breakfast. Hot grits, hot oatmeal, pancakes with syrup, French toast with syrup, potatoes. That's lunch. Potatoes with gravy, Southwest chicken wrap, chicken sandwich, hamburgers, baked chicken, mac and cheese, tacos, sloppy joe. This dinner, roast beef, turkey roast, Salisbury steak, chicken fajitas, barbecue pork, Swedish meatballs, fried rice, pepper steak, baked ziti.
Whoa. Let me see. Grits, oatmeal, pancakes, syrup, French toast. I like some French toast. What's for lunch? Chicken wrap, hamburgers, baked chicken, tacos. I would love a taco. Dinner, roast beef. I'd like that. Salisbury steak. Fajitas? What? Okay. Sydney Summer joining me, crimeonline.com investigative reporter, joining us along with Angelica Martinez outside of NDC Metropolitan Detention Center. Sydney Summer, a steak? He can have a steak whenever he wants it? What, do you just order it?
Yes, there are several different meals that Diddy could be ordering instead of what's on the regular daily menu. And those meals cost anywhere from $5 to nearly $10 for that rib steak. But yes, he has access to all of that, all kinds of snacks. He does have to watch that $160 spending limit, and it's unclear how many times a week he can visit this commissary. Maybe once a week,
it
twice
says
a week.
$160 per trip. So, okay, I'm just trying to understand why he is getting special treatment behind bars, because his lawyer has been very clear that he is not suicidal at all. But yet, He's on suicide watch. What does that mean? That means he's very likely in the medical unit and getting special privileges. Can we just get real for just one moment? Chris McDonough joining me, director Cold Case Foundation, former homicide detective and former vice detective. He's the star of YouTube channel The Interview Room. Chris, please, just can we speak very clearly and candidly? When rich, famous people go to jail and they're awaiting trial, they can't get into a mini-max, which is a mini, supervised jail, where they have golf and they walk free and they wear regular clothes, that kind of thing. They can't go there until after their trial, okay? Before their trial, when they're in a holding facility such as MDC, they get special privileges. Why? Not sure. But they get a private room very often. They get special treatment, special meals. They don't integrate with GP, general population. They don't eat their meals with general population. It's a very rarefied position to be in. I mean, granted that you are in MDC. How great can it be? But it's still kid glove treatment. He is not suicidal, Chris. His own lawyer has stated that. So why is he getting kid glove treatment, Chris McDonough?
That is an absolutely great question, Nancy, because in these units, they're special housing units, right? The SHU unit. The whole purpose of that is to house somebody in there because of one, a threat assessment comes up that this guy is a high threat and or a high target threat, meaning somebody else wants to take this person out. The fact that this guy has an open buffet with a $160 tab on a daily visit is absolutely ridiculous. And
is that why y'all want P. Diddy? Is that why y'all want the baby old man to get out of jail? Because his ass is in jail eating better than your ass. It's okay if that's the reason, because I can't understand why some of y'all want him out of jail. So maybe it's because he's in there eating better than your ass.
And why that would be occurring has to be because of his status, not necessarily because of anything other than that in this particular facility. And the other reason that they want to keep him in the SHU unit is to keep the comms down, the communications down to the outside, because he may have influence on an active investigation.
And I guess, psychologically, Dr. Bethany Marshall, coming from such great luxury and such a lavish lifestyle, I assume that's even harder to go to MDC when you've been used to that as opposed to other people that are not used to that lifestyle. But that doesn't make it fair that he's being treated differently from the rest of the inmates.
No, Nancy, this does not make it fair. I am sure he is enraged at every limitation that's put on him in this place. And I would imagine his offending pattern, as we've seen it unfold, having power over people, being cruel, trying to have kind of dirt over other people so that he can insinuate them into his lives. I bet he's playing that out in the prison system, trying to talk to the guards, butter them up, get them to join in on his sexual fantasies so then he can rat them out and have power over them. The offending pattern is going to go on no matter where he is, even if he has a bologna sandwich for...
I agree. And that never crossed my mind. But what are y'all thoughts on his get down while he's in jail? Do y'all think Baby Oil Man is still having his freak off parties while he's in jail? Because according to Kim Porter's book, he likes to get down more with men than women. What are y'all thoughts?
Lunch, he's going to have power, try to have power over the person who made the bologna sandwich for him. So it's going to be the same no matter where he goes.
We were talking earlier about how it would, quote, be a badge of honor if someone managed to attack Combs behind bars. Well, also, the reverse side of that coin is that the jailers and other inmates, just as it was with Epstein, can be easily paid off to do him favors, be his butler, give him additional privileges and items other people won't have. The next move, I guarantee you, on the upcoming court hearing in just a few days is going to be trying to get him to a cushy jail. Now, what will be the reason the lawyer gives the judge something like, I don't like it? Listen.
You can get a certain number of federal inmates in Essex County, New Jersey, and in my experience, it's an easier place to deal with. I think it's better for the person being housed there, and it's easier to get access, to him.
That's our friends from AP, and that is the defense attorney Agna Fellow speaking straight out to former federal prosecutor, now defense attorney Tim Jansen. So you don't just go in front of the judge when you got NBC full of 1,000 people and say, yeah, he doesn't like it there. That's not going to work. You can't say, I want to move to Essex County because it's better. So what could the possible reason, a legal reason, for Combs to be moved from NDC to Essex?
Well, he's going to have to come up with a legal reason, like inability to provide legal counsel. His access is denied or it's not as available in Essex County. He's going to have to give a reason, right? He's in a SHU unit, as they described, for many reasons. But communication to the outside world can still be done. It can be done through his lawyers. Who knows what lawyer brings with them, paralegals who have contact with his people. So he might still be in SHU, but he's still communicating. This judge is probably not going to grant any kind of movement. If there was any judge in federal district up there that would have granted
him that way so I can see him.
It would have been the judge that he has. He has assigned a very fair judge.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Tim, at any point were you ever a judicial law clerk?
No.
Okay, so my first year as a Fed, I was a clerk to a federal magistrate. They don't play, by the way.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, wait for it, the eating arrangements amongst the federal judges. All right, wait. I've got a point here. They all go into, typically, the law library. It's big, and all of the law clerks and the judges go in there. Usually the law clerk, because they're writing all the memos for the judge. They go in there, or unless they have some fancy common area, but ours was the law library, and they eat lunch all together. They drift in and out, just like in a lunchroom, right? So what about this judge going into the law library to have his or her sandwich that she brought, and they sit down and they have to look at the other judges and go, yeah, I did it. I gave him bond. Or, yeah, that was me. I transferred him to Essex. Why not? That's not going to happen. What do you think?
Well, I will tell you that the magistrate judges get the hint and they understand what the circuit judges want. They work for the district judge. So they're not going to be granting bonds and giving liberal bonds to conservative judges. On the other hand, if they have
any federal judge is going to make a ruling in this case, she has to answer to the other judges.
That's correct. And the magistrate definitely answers to the district judges. And the district judge was not going to grant bond. Even the pleading and the motions that were filed by his lawyer, it was basically begging, and it raised every red flag any judge would see. $50 million bond and passports of his family and hiring his own intelligence. It was red flags all over it. I don't know how the lawyer made that argument with a straight face.
That's why I said that he got a hell of a lawyer, because you know what I mean? The lawyer, his lawyer fighting for him. Like my man said, he don't know how the lawyer made that argument, but he got a good lawyer, because his lawyer is fighting for him. In a situation where it seems like it's no daylight, his lawyer is trying to get some daylight. Let me take a few comments. Jade says, if he does anything incriminating in prison, he'll be toast, trust me. Keep Digging says, demon parties in jail every day. They love to see men tormented. Esther says, told you. Told you. So it's like 50 million. The attorney, they offered 50 million for bond. That lets you know. See, it's like They putting the end to you, baby oil man. And we got to look at what they got against him. We got to look at the evidence that they got on baby oil man. I mean, he got a long track record. Envy Girl says, did you see all the people deleting tweets? Yeah, they've been deleting tweets. Y'all saw all the people deleting tweets. All the executives resign from their jobs. This gonna get ugly. This right here gonna get ugly. Salute Tyson. Tyson says flight risk. He should have jumped the border like the Mexican. I don't know what he was thinking. When they raid when they raided my homes, when Homeland Security raided my homes, especially if I know I got dirt, if I know I'm doing dirt, I'm gone. I'm gone. Jay says, exactly. If you got to pay $50 million, you are not getting free, fam. Emmy says, and Kevin Hart selling properties. It's not looking good for him. Like I said, and in this case, I can't see it as tearing a black man down. This black man tore himself down. He had it all. Chad TV says, I think he's going to get there for a while. He had it all. We talk about Suge Knight. People quick to talk ish about Suge Knight. Mel says, that means what he has is bigger than him. So it's like, yo, you put yourself there. Every time when my baby oil ass went to jail, my mother, you put your ass in there. You put yourself there. But mine, click. And I know different people handle things different, you know, but we got to look at baby oil man. Chad says, I think he's going to stay there for a while. That's what I meant to say. I got you. We got to look at baby oil man. James says, Shank, I think he has them tapes out the country hitting. He better. The only thing Suge did wrong was not slap Puffy when he saw him. He had better hit them tapes. But come on. And as much as I like Suge, I was like, look, Suge made his mistakes and he got to suffer the consequences. I really like Suge. You know, he made some mistakes. But even with Suge, I said, Suge, he all that dirt that Suge did, it just caught up with him. So same thing for the baby oil man. All that dirt that the baby oil man did, it caught up with him. Mel says, Diddy has info that is larger than what we see. That's why he didn't run. He is like, I'm glad I ain't in his shoes. You know, I take my issues that I'm dealing with. I take my problems that I'm dealing with. I don't want to be in baby oil man's shoes. No. Tyson says they about the beatbox between Diddy cheeks. Like, and then you go from living a luxury lifestyle. Can y'all imagine mentally? Jay says, yeah, Suge first took over the industry, but then the money got to him. It got to Suge. You know, it got to Suge, and Suge had to pay the piper. Salute, Nina. I see you, Nina. But and all of them didn't move like that. Keeps Digging says, these are evil men. All of the music executives, the black young men that started their labels, a lot of them went on to be very successful, got out the game and did the right thing. Bev says, why it smell like baby oil in here? Because I told everybody to go and get their baby oil. Envy says, you have some wrong if you need to drug. There you go, Envy girls. There you go. WW says, true, but people die over dirt and all buried under it. Salute the Nethia. Salute. And I mean, come on, y'all. We talking about P. Diddy. Yo, you got to force people? You P. Diddy. You is P. Diddy. You got to force these people. Just tell them to lead a party and get some people that's willing. And I'm sure there were plenty of people that was willing. I'm sure there were plenty of men that would have loved to slept with P. Diddy. Beautiful says, you and Diddy brought it all, Shank. Nah, I only got one. I only got one. But you P. Diddy. Diddy house of demonic mind.
Especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on the go, catch us on your favorite podcast app.
Denithia says, I heard someone poking holes in the prosecutor's case.
The DHS, Department of Homeland Security source, says Sean Combs kept sensitive and embarrassing videos from the sessions as collateral to ensure silence from his victims, who are often young women, barely old enough or still too young to legally consent to sexual activity.
Y'all heard that? He kept them tapes. He videoed them, and he held it over their head. Now we getting somewhere. Chad says, look at Sean doing good now. He's like political, yes. Keep doing 7 says, you'll hear a lot of that. Please, y'all, no cussing in the chat. Y'all can voice y'all opinion. I don't care what y'all say, but just please, no profanity in the chat. Sarah, salute. Sarah says he's got to pay for his actions. He's been doing people wrong for so long. Look at Danny Kane, etc. That's facts, Sarah. That's facts. Once again, voice y'all opinions. Y'all have a freedom to say whatever it is, how y'all feel. Just please, no profanity.
Your own way, seek justice.
The DHS, Department of Homeland Security source, says Sean Combs kept sensitive and embarrassing videos from the sessions as collateral to ensure silence from his victims, who are often young women, barely old enough or still too young to legally consent to sexual activity. He further says the recovered tapes show women completely out of it, while male sex workers assault them on Combs' orders. The investigator says, in his opinion, Diddy's as bad as Jeffrey Epstein.
So that sounds like a surefire charge of blackmail. When you think about it, Sydney Summer joining me, crimeonline.com investigative reporter, we know these videos exist. And now evidence is mounting that Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Love, would use these embarrassing videos to, quote, ensure the women's silence. In other words, blackmail them.
There it is right there. David says, what about J-Lo being a gun mule for Diddy? Bev says, why Diddy shaped like a bowling pin? He definitely getting knocked down in prison. Salute Londa. Salute Londa. Beautiful says, look how he had his mouth on that bottle. Denithia says, I'm late. What about the lady that just came out after 20 years? It's said that the feds can't get him, but the state still have a case. Yeah, I seen that, Denithia. I seen it.
See where I'm going with this, Sydney?
Absolutely, Nancy, and that is a very real possibility. You know, before this indictment came out, all of these alleged videos were all just whispers, all possibilities. Now, we know that those videos do exist. And those videos often depict women who are barely old enough or still too young to legally consent to any of these sexual escapades, whether they were willing or not. So we know that these videos exist and that Combs held them over people's head to keep them from speaking about what was happening behind these closed doors in these alleged sex rooms in his Miami mansion.
Okay, can you say that, Sydney Summers, that it's long been whispered. I don't know that it was necessarily whispered. Has anybody heard of Eminem, for Pete's sake? One of the greatest rappers that has ever lived. He's a lyrical genius. I mean, if you listen to just, you may not like some of the words he uses, but the man is brilliant. Everybody on the panel, listen to this. These are lyrics from Eminem, and he is talking about, I'll just say, a friend, and he says, because they like where my homies out west stay, yeah, what, we can just say, what, I'm like a rapper, R-A-P-E-R. Got so many essays talking about friends. And then he says, Eminem says, wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, Diddy. I mean, is everybody blind? He's talking about Friends, essays. He's talking about Out West, Combs. And he says, I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, raper. Got so many essay, Friends. And then Eminem has a, well, let me say backbone since I gave up cussing. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? He's clearly calling Combs a raper. And then he goes on to say,
Did y'all see, do y'all see and did y'all hear how Eminem broke it down? Finish, Nancy, finish.
hey, R.I.P. Rest in peace, Biggie and Pac. Both of y'all should be living. But I ain't trying to beef with him because he might put a hit on me like Teffy D. Get him? And that's the only way you're going to be killing me. I mean,
Shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Eminem. Definitely one of the greatest rappers of all time. Shout out to Eminem.
Eminem puts it out there. Help me out, Jansen. This is so clear. All this business about whispering about raping women and forced orgies and hits. It's not whispers. Eminem did a rap about it, for Pete's sake.
Well, none of this activity was in silence, and it was all known apparently through all the music industry in Hollywood. Hollywood stars were showing up, and for Eminem to put this out, if these are his lyrics, and did this publicly, and the way it's written and who's included, boy, he's got a lot of courage for Eminem to do that.
Wow. What are y'all thoughts? I'm gonna go to the chat. What are y'all thoughts, chat? Kubik, I can't pronounce your name, but Diddy be popular in prison with all that fancy hair and virgin white suit. Nina says, wow. Wow, Nina. I'm even shocked. Jay says, guess what? No matter what exposing statement we've heard, none of them are being descriptive. They always leave room for speculation. Tyson says, M a big enough artist to do that and pull it off. David says, here comes another Epstein ending. Homebody mommy, salute, homebody mommy. Appreciate you for pulling up. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're pulling up. Do y'all got y'all baby oil bottle? Now, I ain't saying bring 1,000 bottles. Be like me. Bring 1 bottle of baby oil. That's almost gone. Get y'all baby oil bottles for the baby oil man. Salute 80s, baby. I see you, 80s, baby. We cannot give him a pass. Now, if he's found not guilty, yeah. But the last time I checked, when the feds get you, they got you. Jay says, like nobody straight up telling us what it is. Tyson says, sign a 360 deal. You get a free bottle of Puffy Lube. Jay says, the only person I've heard tell the truth is Gene Deal, and even he leaves certain things out. Yeah, because now here's my thing on Gene Deal, Jay, and everybody else. Gene Deal was around for some of the shenanigans. You can bet that. Now, he said he was around for a little of this, a little of that. Gene Deal was around more than what we think. Somebody asked the question, will they be calling Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal? I doubt if they call Jaguar. I doubt if they call Jaguar Wright. Shout out to Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal. I think they'll call Gene Deal. WW says facts. I think they'll call Gene Deal. Jay says absolutely he knows more. That's my take on Gene. And he get mad at me. I stop trolling him. Because he get mad, man. I be like, but Gene, you know more than what you saying. he was successful for so long and got too arrogant and thought he's untouchable. Government gonna wrap this program up and silence Diddy. I agree. I agree with you. He thought he was too big. Tyson says, Chad says, you are awesome, man. Appreciate that, Chad. Tyson says, Jaguar don't know anything firsthand. Gene might get a call. That's what I was thinking, Tyson. Homebody Mommy says, what you think about Clive Davis? Why isn't he brought up yet? That's the shark. You know, we talk about big fish. Allegedly, Clive Davis is the shark. Now, do they want Clive? I don't know. I don't know. Beautiful says, Jag would throw the whole case with her reputation. Can y'all imagine Jaguar, right? Salute positive vibes. Salute. Chad says, what about Clive Davis? Is Clive Davis still alive? Yes, he's still alive. Salute Snoopy Tremaine. I see you, Snoopy. Appreciate you for pulling up. Snoopy Tremaine coming all the way from Callie's Kitchen. I was dropping in to say hello, good man, next to the best man. Appreciate that, Snoopy. Appreciate you. All the way from Callie's Kitchen. Beautiful Nightmare says, positive, hey, Bookie. Oh, Lord have mercy. Exactly. He's definitely the shark. Clive is he's a shark. He's a shark. Do they want him? That's the question. Do they want him? Tyson says Clive 92 about to die. They want the bigger fish. I mean, because even if they get him, he's 92 years old. He ain't going to be around that much longer. Jay says, no, it's not about how long he was successful. Remember, Suge was in actual blood, so the things he did make a little more sense. Puffy, on the other hand, literally dug a hole for himself. Exactly. Exactly. Snoopy says, yes, sir. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Snoopy. And that's what I said, like, with Suge. Now, when you compare Suge and Baby Oil Man, Suge a saint. You know what I mean? Because with Suge don't got no females coming out saying that he drugged them, and Suge don't got no men coming out saying that, you know, he took their, you know, manhood from him and stuff like that. Suge, none of those accusations ever popped up on Suge. The only thing that popped up on Suge is Suge slapping somebody upside the head. You know, Suge, you know, but Baby Oil Man, this right here is like, you know what I mean? It's like, why? Right, Lennon? Suge just a thug, you know? And hey, it is what it is, but like I said, you P. Diddy, you don't have to take, I mean, come on. Like I said, anybody that wasn't willing to participate, okay, send them home. You P. Diddy. Now, do y'all think it was some kind of fantasy? Do y'all think it was some kind of fetish? Could it have been? And by no means am I making excuses for the Baby Oil Man, but could it have been a fetish? What do y'all think? Was it a fantasy of his? Was it that he had been with so many women? Homebody says, I think it was power. Jay says, I think Puffy was the first prototype gangster rapper, the kind who's really not about that life. Tyson says, it's a power trip and sickness. WW says, power is addictive. Homebody says, exactly. Please, y'all, no profanity. Like I said, y'all can voice y'all opinion. Y'all can say purple, black. I don't care. Just please, no profanity. Positive Vibe says, it was a combination of a lot of stuff. Chad says, it's wild. Sarah says, look at his mother. James says, I heard his mother's like that too. I heard it too. Lennon says, did he have power trip? It was power that's why he was blackmailing. Homebody says, all the power. Lennon says, y'all all think Gene Deal should be held accountable. He's snitching so much, he was there the whole time. That's what I said about Gene Deal. It's like, dude, you was around. You was around. Marie says, Shank, question. Maybe he needed the big sharks to keep doing what he do. Good point. Salute, Tam. Salute, Tam. I see you, Tam. Salute. Jay says, no, Puffy like men because that's how he got a hold of power. Tyson says his mother was the madam of all of this. Chad says he is sick. Sometimes people are sick, don't realize it, especially when they're rich. Good point. Good point. Bone Gripper says Diddy the GOAT. All right. Y'all got y'all baby oil bottles? Y'all can see mine is almost empty. Y'all got y'all baby oil bottles? Throw up a one. Throw up a one if you got your baby oil bottle for the baby oil man. Leonard says, I saw a video of Diddy and his mom getting an IV. Did y'all see the video when his mother kissed him in the lips? Did y'all see that video when his mother kissed him in the lips? Diddy always looked like polished fake person, didn't understand his position considering talent. Beautiful says, see, people who worked for him had to be quiet due to fear. That's why they coming out now. Good point. Nina dropped the one. Where them ones at? David says, signed bottles soon to be on eBay. Leonard says, that's the same video. Beautiful says, nah, you and Diddy got Walmart sold out, Shank. Denithia says, someone touched Diddy at a young age. Marie says, sorry, Shank, I come in unprepared. Sorry. Positive says his mother probably was touching on him. All right, let's get back, y'all.
Bottles of lube and more revealed in the unsealed.
He's got a lot of courage for Eminem to do that.
Sex performances dubbed freak-offs. Over 1,000 bottles of lube and more revealed in the unsealed indictment of disgraced rapper P. Diddy.
Will Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, get moved to a better jail? We're waiting to find that out. Another court hearing is set for just a few days from now. It's called a status hearing. But that's basically a catch-all phrase for either side to bring up whatever they want. Let me tell you how this is going to work. We know what the federal indictment says, but we have no idea what all the evidence the state has, federal prosecutors have, to back up those claims. Right now, while he is living it up on a medical ward, even though his lawyer says he is not suicidal, right now, are the feds gathering evidence to mount additional charges? It by far would not be the first time that's happened. Charges like what? Evidence like what? Listen.
According to a Homeland Security agent, Diddy's Miami mansion has several rooms, quote, clearly dedicated to sex. The rooms stocked with sex toys, bondage gear, and lingerie are covered in hidden cameras that record participants from every possible angle. The investigator claims Diddy usually watched in person, but he could access the cameras from his phone or cast the live stream to a TV anywhere in the house.
How likely could it be, Tim Jansen? We see the feds go forward with this indictment after Cassie Ventura's attack video was leaked, where he drags her up and down a hallway, beats her, kicks her, and he is so bold as to come out in a luxury hotel wearing nothing but a towel. There she is trying to get away. This is what blew the whole oh yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Now, according to sources, she was running away from a sex worker in Diddy's room, which would mean it had to be being videoed. It's also been claimed by the defense she was leaving because she was jealous. What, leaving without shoes and getting dragged back and beaten? Now, that's not all. Wait for it. This is from our friends at CNN. Then, after he's dragged her that far, he waddles back to his room holding his towel. Now watch comes. He goes down to the end of the hall, sits down in frustration, and throws an expensive vase at the wall. Yeah, basically he can do anything and get away with it. My point being, the feds came out with the current indictment after that video was leaked. We got it from our friends at CNN, my former TV home, at HLM. Now this book is out. Okay? What, if anything, are they going to do triggered by the revelations in this book after and if it's authenticated? I mean, it's very in depth about planning a hit on Tupac Shakur and on Biggie. Very, very clear.
Well, they're going to be probing through that book and probing through the house, probing through witnesses. They probably have teams of investigators that are doing each part of the investigation, the sex and violence, and possibly looking in, bringing in the people who were involved in the original assassination, the killing. So if they get together and they can charge up this enterprise, including murder, and they can prove it, then P. Diddy will never see the outside of prison.
Here's another theory. Jansen, here's another theory. Even if they don't go so far as to prove the actual murder, there is the legal criminal complaint of conspiracy to commit murder.
Sure.
Also, what about Kim Porter? Listen.
Even more allegations against Sean Diddy Combs are emerging from Combs' ex-girlfriend, the late Kim Porter. Porter's friends have leaked nearly 60 pages from the diary Porter kept during her relationship with Combs in a memoir. The author of Kim's Lost Words claims the pages were provided by a friend of Porter's, who also claims to have tapes Porter copied from Combs' files depicting Combs having sex with a male teenage pop star.
And more.
The diary pages reveal Combs hits Porter for the first time when she refuses to use a strap-on with him. Porter claims Combs hosts quote-unquote parties that are really just orgies and quote every...
Salute Taylor. So he hit her because she wouldn't use a strap-on. Allegedly, he hit Kim because Kim wouldn't use a strap-on.
Unwanted in. Porter details finding Combs' vault full of videotapes of Combs' encounters, many with young men, stars he had formerly managed at Bad Boy. The author of the memoir was also provided a photo of Porter using makeup to cover injuries Combs caused.
Does that support claims in the federal indictment that women would have to go hide out for days for their injuries to heal before they could be seen in public after a Diddy freak off? Now, listen to what we hear from the defense attorney, Mark Agnefello. This is from our friends at CNN. Listen.
How do you defend against allegations that he hit, kicked, and dragged women when he's on video hitting, kicking, and dragging a woman?
Sure. Stop right there. Now, I'm going to let the attorney try to defend it, but that's an excellent question. How do you defend a man? Huh? How do you defend a man with the charges of kicking, hitting, and abusing women, and you got a tape of the same man hitting and kicking and beating a woman? Let's listen to the attorney. Like I said, it's a good attorney. Now, I don't think he's good enough to get the baby oil man off, but he's a hell of an attorney. Let's listen to how he's going to cover it up or try to cover it up.
He's not charged with hitting, kicking, and dragging anyone. He's charged with sex trafficking, and he didn't traffic anybody.
Okay, well.
Listen, give it up to the attorney, y'all.
This is from our friends at CNN. Listen.
How do you defend against allegations that he hit, kicked, and dragged women when he's on video hitting, kicking, and dragging a woman?
Sure, he's not charged with hitting, kicking, and dragging anyone. He's charged with sex trafficking, and he didn't traffic anybody.
Okay, well. Did you hear that? Shannon Henry is so perfect from Agnefello. She says, what about beating, kicking, hitting women? And the defense attorney says, oh, well, he's not charged with that. In other words, should you believe me or your lying eyes? I mean, I saw the video, Shannon, and the lawyer's doing an incredible dodge right there.
He absolutely is. And that video shows a microcosm of what the whole relationship with Cassie was. It's, here's an object, I'm in control of it, I'm going to do what I want with it when I want. And that's what he did. And you know, Diddy, I'm so sick of him. I really am. And all of the playbooks that these people have, whether we're talking about Nassar or Cosby or Epstein or Weinstein, they're all on a sliding scale. with all of the other rapists and pedophiles and traffickers who serve no use in our society.
Wow. Salute, Shano. I see you, Shano. Salute. Salute, Leslie. Let me come down to the chat, y'all. Wow. Let's see what the chat's saying. Envy Girl says, Diddy, the scapegoat. Leslie says, they said I'll be sure is filing a lawsuit against whoever put that book out about him and Diddy, baby oil king messing around. Throw up them ones if y'all got that baby oil. Jay says, like, you can't get a man to poke you, so you ask your wife, oh, yeah, he was wild. And like, I'm with you, though, Jay. Taylor says, he's guaranteed doing some time. Oh, yeah, Taylor, he gonna do some time. Kubiak says, lawyers offer $50 million, ankle tracker, neutral party, supervision for house under arrest in New York, decline, smells like 30 years. Yes, minimum. Beautiful says, by the way, Dolph case and this, I gotta have a drink. Dolph case, well, Beautiful, you know, double cross, everybody turning on everybody. Rap, they wanted a rap contract, 40 bands, Big Juke allegedly only paid up 800, didn't give up the rest of the money. That's a wild case. I'm going to be checking in on that young Dolph case myself. Leslie says, Diddy got it all, Shank. And they said, no, Shank. Positive says, Beautiful, that case is a lot. What's done in the dark always come to light. Everyone has their spotlights on. Stone Taylor says, why do women always want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? Beautiful says, positive, too much. I was putting customers on hold and doing testimony. Jay says, if his lawyer gets him off, this is going to be bigger than the O.J. Simpson case. And you never know. We thought I thought O.J. was going to prison. James says, they going to make a movie about this. Taylor says, crazy. He got away with all this stuff for so long. He got comfortable thinking he would never get touched. And that's it, Taylor. Salute the Full Life. The Full Life says he got so many things to worry about. Imagine those shoes. Yes. Beautiful says, you late, Shank. You got to watch the trial. I am. So, he is known now as the baby oil man. Make sure everybody get their baby oil. I got mine. Get yours. So, the demonstration was about why are we giving baby oil man a pass? We all know what we saw, all right? We saw baby oil man attacking and kicking and holding Cassie against her own will. Salute Willie Jones. Appreciate you for pulling up, Willie Jones. We know what we saw. You can't change that. Now, here's my thing. I believe in taking accountability. Okay? That's the first form of repenting. Some people go to God and they repent, but did they go to the actual victim if there's a victim? Because a lot of people have done things to people and then they go to God and ask for forgiveness and repenting, but did they apologize to the person that they harmed? See, the whole repenting and when you give an apology, it goes deeper than just words. Because at the end of the day, there are victims. How would you feel if you was a victim of such crime that baby oil man is being accused of? First, you will want people to hear you. And then second, you will want people to believe you. Don't y'all know that these victims that's in baby oil's case, don't y'all know that these victims, people didn't believe them. people wouldn't believe them. Imagine that. Imagine as a woman, I'm talking to the women, and I'm talking to all women of different races. Imagine you being sexually assaulted. Imagine you're being forced against your will. Imagine you are being forced to participate in sexual activities that you don't want to participate in. Imagine if you was SA. Imagine if you was the R word, right? Wouldn't you want somebody to believe you? Just right there, right there. For me, I always resort back to the video. Imagine Cassie telling people. Imagine Cassie telling people what Baby Oil Man done to her. Can you imagine the people that didn't believe her? Can you imagine the people that turned a blind eye to what we all saw? It happens every day. In this case, I have to stand for women and I have to stand by women. I got daughters. I got granddaughters. I got sisters. I got aunts. I got a girlfriend. I got baby mothers. I got friends that are females. So I stand with females on this. And this is a big problem. It's a big problem worldwide. Why do men feel like they can abuse women? It's not right. It's not right that men feel like they can abuse women and then go as far as to abuse them. It's one thing to think it, but then to actually carry it out. And for a man to feel like I got money, can't nobody touch me. There are a lot of men out here that think like that. Baby Oil Man is one of them. Baby Oil Man, because Baby Oil Man had money. Baby Oil Man had power. Baby Oil Man had friends in high places. Baby Oil Man was able to disrespect and abuse women. We got one of it. We see it on one occasion on video. So how can we condone that? In the player world, that's some sucker shit. In real life, that's some sucker shit. And we gonna condone it? So for any players out there, for any men, you ain't even gotta be a player. For any men that condone Baby Oil Man's behavior, you condoning some sucker shit. Cause I know if it was your daughter, I know if it was your sister, I know if it was your mother, I know if it was any female in your family, I know you would be ready to take Baby Oil's man head off. So just because you don't know these women that Baby Oil Man done these things to, as men, we are supposed to be the protectors of women. I'm talking to all men. But as men, we are supposed to be protectors of women. How can we protect the women if we condoning this sucker shit that's done by other men? Baby Oil Man don't give a damn about y'all. You ain't, for y'all that's caping for him, for y'all that's riding on, he don't give a damn about y'all. You really think he care about you? All Baby Oil Man care about is his money. And using his money to control people. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. He committed a crime. He committed a crime. And he has to be held accountable. He willingly knew what he was doing. Nobody taught him anything. It was already there. It was already there. If that's the case, you and I could use that as an excuse. We all was taught something that was wrong. But at the end of the day, it's us. It's the individual. It's you, him and her. It's me to act on these thoughts. God gave us all a free will. So even though these things might have been taught to the baby oil man, he still had the choice to say, nah, I ain't with that. Or either I'm with that. I know people growing up went the other way when me and some other folks went that way. There were some people around us that said, nah, I'm going home. So we cannot turn this blind eye. We can't turn a blind eye to this. We can't. Now, if they would have chose, then that's on them. If a woman chose to do those things, that's on her. I tell any female, if you choose to do that, ain't nothing I could do. Don't come getting me for nothing that you chose to do. Now, if a man is drugging the woman, forcing the woman, no, that's negative. We don't do that. We don't do that. So, for any of y'all that's condoning the sucker shit that baby oil man done, you suspect to me. You suspect to me. And it is what it is. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. So I'm going to be continuing the baby oil man case. I want to jump into the Young Dolph trial that's going on. I meant to start it today, but I made me some spaghetti. I cooked some spaghetti. That's why I'm late. So I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'm going to take a few more comments, and then I'm going to let y'all get out here. Shout out to ATL. Appreciate you for pulling up, King. Drop, let me know what city y'all representing. Where y'all from? A lot of people don't know how to leave these situations. They didn't believe her because she kept going back. And I will say, in the defense of women, women can be intimidated by men. Women can be scared. In the defense of a woman, they just scared. Because especially if you got a reputation. If a woman knows your get down, if a woman seen how you get down, she's scared already. She knows. So most of the times, women are scared. Women are intimidated by men. And they're in love. So you mix those three, and you got that woman. You got that woman. If she's intimidated of you, if she's scared of you, and if she is in love with you, oh, you got her. You got that woman. Got Maryland in here. Got North Carolina. Got Richmond, VA. Got Jersey. DC. Jersey again. But it's wrong. Like I said, it's got San Diego. It's wrong. It's wrong, y'all. And no women, no female Got East Orange, New Jersey. Got Connecticut, Haven in here. No woman should feel that way. Commerce 15 miles from Portland, Oregon. Georgia boys in here. Got Northeast Illinois. Got the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute. See y'all tomorrow.